I thought be doing some impromptu what's going on. In all places, the forest. See how my entrance looks nowadays. That was big. Did I move that last time? I have no idea. My stick is still there. I did put those there though. I moved that around. They are doing a lot of construction, since why I don't usually try to come here during like midday on the weekdays. Of course, it was much different back in the day when it was winter, like more in the evening, because no one really went home. So yeah, we'll go down there a little bit later and see what's up. I would always have to do things like that because I get lost. Okay. But that's not the point of today's thing. It's been 6 months. 6 months. It's kind of time I'd be real about that. I am not a center director anymore. They relieved me of my duty. So they beat me to retirement, which kind of works out in its own self. So I was, from everyone's recollection for what I talked about, they're all telling me I did not deserve to get fired from my job. But I told them, don't pity me. I was going to leave anyway. So a week before I got baptized, that was the Houston trip, right? We just passed, yesterday was Easter Sunday. So it's been almost 6 months. Hear all the construction. Oh, it's the anarchy tree. How are you doing, friend? And below, like all my things, they somewhat buried. Well, actually left it there. It's kind of cute. I just leave. I don't make it out here all the time to make cairns anymore like I used to. Oh, that's terrible. These were the gemstones I got. Well, these are more like random rocks. But when I come here, I at least try to make something. Not perfect at it. Absolutely not. Who knows? Cute. I threw so much stuff over here. I wonder if he sees this. I did see him today. This is gonna be harder. Oh my God. It's hard to enjoy a walk if there's people chatting in the background. Eey. Fuck. Ugh, that's... See what I mean when I say they're doing construction? so annoying. I hope you're doing well. Like I told you this morning, I have a lot going on in my life. But it's okay. Be well. Right. Scandal. Okay. There was one whistleblower. One of my teachers was moving of a newer hire. Floater. And something was very off with her. She would always ask me because she needed to go get her epilepsy drugs. So in my head, I think she's kind of not right. I didn't want to hire her, but I kind of got pushed to. So one of the teachers had a class to learn how to interact with infants and toddlers. She was there and kind of just started blurting out some of the things she observed in the toddler classroom. And mind you, we did talk about this. Like, I talked to her about it and everything. And then kind of right after that class, she did tell me, she's like, I just want to let you know this happened. Okay. And I don't want anyone to get in trouble. Can you just please talk about this like in a meeting or something? I was like, yeah, that's doable. Thank you for bringing it up to my attention. I get a call from my supervisor at the time saying that she reported it. This is like maybe like 2 or 3 days later, that they had to call licensing and report it. So seeing like the severity like things, she said, oh, I saw the teacher spraying children with the hose. One of them jokingly slapped a child in the head, but those are still reportable offenses. So right before I left to Houston, licensing came and they couldn't disprove the allegations. So they did write the center up for a type A violation, which is one of the most serious ones you can get. So because of that, the 2 teachers got put on paid leave. I was still there. I come back from Houston, only work like a day and a half, get the call at night from HR that I was put on paid admin leave, which was pretty nuts. So I'm just like, why am I being investigated for this thing too? Because I told them too when I interviewed with HR, I didn't do nothing to harm any children. So, and I know in my heart too, it's like, can you hear children screaming? I'm like, I'm always making lunch in the kitchen, which is a completely opposite direction. So there's no way that I can see it. Now, granted, like the 2 teachers in question were kind of a little bit more on the stubborn side. But yeah, I went to yoga. This is October 13th, so Columbus Day. I go there, go to yoga, I get a phone call. I'm at the Nike outlet store in Westgate Mall. HRG calls me up and just said, hey, upper management has decided to terminate your services. You'll get paid tomorrow and all that. So I'm just like, well, called my cousin up after that because he kind of knew. I just ran my first 5K like that Saturday, and here I am completely jobless. He's in shock, but he was encouraging, just like keep your head up and everything. And the day before, I got rear-ended with someone with low-income car insurance. So I just remember driving all the way to Cat and Cloud Coffee all the way in Santa Cruz, buying a coffee, calling the insurance, trying to figure that out because it's so complicated with low-income people's insurance. And I'm like, what is going on? Finally get the claim number, deal with that. I go home. My mom was there sitting at the table. I don't know if she was praying or what. I'm kind of just like, I need to tell you something. And just told her, I'm like, they let me go. And I think it made me cry to see my mom's reaction, but she's just like, screw them, you deserve better. So I've been unemployed ever since. I just steal this clip. That guy's fucking nuts. These are my running shoes too, so I don't have that. These joys are it too. So, I mean, the good thing was I did leave because I knew I was going to leave no matter what. So it's kind of just God just saying I'm going to make it happen. So I gave my life to Christ October 4, 2025. The following week, I've been put on paid admin leave, and I know in my heart I never harmed a child, so it's crazy. When I had to call unemployment, they straight up said, "Why were you let go of your job?" I told her, I have no idea why. It's crazy. And she pretty much said that they should have given you a reason. But she said, I have to call them and get their side of the story. What do you feel they would say why it was justified? And I responded to her and I said, they're going to use that they are an at-will employer and that they have the right to terminate my contract. And she said, yeah, that's understandable too. So, kind of crazy to see what the world can do. And that California, she even was honest with me. I qualified for the max amount per week, which was $450. And she said, California pays low for unemployment insurance. But she was very empathetic with me. So God bless her. Yeah, so imagine that. So we have backtracked. I ran a 5K. No, we're right. Okay, I get back from Houston, get put on admin leave, have to run a 5K, get rear-ended, and then I get fired. It's okay, the car got fixed. Kane Highway got fixed for the first time. So afterwards, it's kind of, okay, so I was very prepared to leave because I saved up all my vacation hours, which was like around 162. So I got like 7,000 out of that. So, and then I was getting unemployment. So it's just kind of like I was good for a while. Okay. Lo and behold, so everything is going with things. I ran how many 5Ks since then, which a lot. I was grateful because I had a lot of time to run. So running is it was very therapeutic since I was so new to it that, what else should I do? So I kind of just was prepping for that. Ran one in Phoenix for my birthday. So that trip never came to be, that going all the way to South Carolina, but that's fine. So I went to Phoenix and Sedona instead, which was the failed Cathedral Rock. The first time. What else happened? San Luis Obispo, that rainy one. December was kind of just calm. I didn't really want to go on any trips. I couldn't even celebrate Christmas with my cousins because it was just raining so much. January was fun, I would think. Because one of these clips he made me scale once, and I'm just like, never again. January, they gave me a free month of FSD for King. Drove that, decided to go to Woodland Hills. So my spa subscription was on hold for a little bit. But brought it back, decided to go there to Woodland Hills, but also because I wanted to hike the hot spring in Montecito, and I need a lotion, so I had to go to Erewhon. It was this way. So yeah, did that road trip. That was pretty fun in itself. Went to Aldi, and that's why scaling the cliff. I have scaled this part. Never again though. Especially not in running shoes. Did that, still running, because I was prepping. I ran and decided to enroll myself in a 10K in my baby happy place in Sedona. So that, I just finished that video because, yeah. So, but then February came around. I did that. Got a call from my doctor. Hey, it's been a while since you got your physical done. Went in and got my blood work done and saw my T4 levels were 3 times the normal rate. She referred me to endocrinology, where I was diagnosed as being hyperthyroidism. Yeah, I was diagnosed hyperthyroid, which my symptoms were anxiety, hand trembling. Apparently my left eye bulges out more than my right now. I could never tell, but yeah. I had a high heart rate. Went to see the endocrinologist on last month in March, because it's the same day my parents made me pick up, because they wanted to buy a new car, and lo and behold, that infamous part where I hit Kane Highway against a pickup truck in SFO. So yeah, good times. So the car got repaired. Again. Yeah. So now I have Graves' disease, methylmalonopropionate. I cannot pronounce it. My options were to pursue treatment through medications. One, a beta blocker, one to lower my thyroid level. My second option was to cut my throat and get rid of my thyroid and be on pills forever. Yeah, so that wasn't a goal right now. So, but I was told I can't run, not participate in activities that will get my heart rate exceeded over 140 BPMs. So now I'm hiking and walking and just being scenic. So, but I'm also now ready to go and get another job. And so it is scary to be back in the job market, but we'll see what God has in store. And I'm forever grateful for that. And it's not easy. Not easy at all, but I will continue to do it. Yeah. Yay, we just finished that loop. Just walk it one more time because I'm trying to get my miles in. So I could go walk and see the tree one more time. I ask myself that all the time, do I? A lot of people ask me that. Why would I go and convert? Why would I go switch religions? My mom got mad, upset at me. A lot of why? And I told them, it was just so much easier. It put me at so much more ease. So that's why I did it. I don't regret it. I think my life has been overdue for a break. Like, how do you accumulate 172 vacation hours? When I left, I had like 190 sick. I think I was entitled to taking a little break. I don't mind. That's just the nature of it. Yeah. It was rather interesting to see how afterwards I had to call my teachers up, right? I called my leads. Did they tell you what happened? Because even when I got put on leave, no one told them. They were worried about me. Upper management failed to tell them. So I told them exactly what happened, and I told them, please just say it's a family emergency. But when they finally figured out what happened, Judas, I'll refer to that one. I was the one who started crying. Her, Cassandra. It's unfortunate. But yeah. He started crying. They missed me. But the relief was that my old supervisor was taking over. So I kind of just learned that you can't trust. You can't trust certain people. Company that paid for my Subaru, paid for endless trips. Ultimately, is the hand that betrays. But God had a reason for it, didn't he? What compelled someone to anarchy the street? I need to come back here once. Stop there.